Welcome, and thanks for taking just a few minutes to watch this brief demonstration of our Falcon DMS Windows client that we call DocMan, and just a few of the features that make it easy to use and productive. It's our belief at TSA Advat that a good document management system should help you get things done, not get in your way. So let's get started. What you see on the screen right now is Falcon DMS DocMan version 7, and one of the first things you'll notice about it is the very familiar Windows Explorer type interface where you simply select a project folder, browse through the various folders beneath that until you find the document you're looking for. Then simply right-click for a list of file manipulation capabilities. If you work with CAD drawings like I do, one of the things I think you'll like about this interface is the ability to right-click on a MicroStation or AutoCAD document, go to Reports, and ask, who do you reference? The dialog box will indicate the folder and files referenced by this drawing. We can go to that folder and that selected file, and instead of asking who does it reference, we can ask who are you referenced by and get a resulting list for that as well. From this dialog box, if you choose to do so, you can click and drag the selected information, right-click, put it into your clipboard, and then take it into Excel and share that with whomever you like. But if browsing through project folders to find documents was the only way to do so in Falcon, it wouldn't be much better than using Windows Explorer. So let's take a look at the search capabilities of Falcon DMS. To switch between the folder mode and search mode of Falcon DMS, simply go to the upper left-hand corner and choose the Search button. You'll now have access to the Search panel and all the custom variables that have been put in there for you. What you're seeing on the screen right now is my default out-of-the-box selection of search criteria. To change that, I would simply change my environment to one that's more specific to the project I'm working on. In this example, I'll choose one that was done for Kansas City Power and Light, where you begin by choosing a group. That would then filter the discipline number, that would filter the discipline type, and so on. Compare that to, say, University of Pennsylvania, where we would answer questions like building number, building name, grid, and various other search criteria that are available to us. If I say give me everything in this project by simply hitting the Submit button, we get a long list of files. Notice the column headers in the Document List panel. Everything you search on and all of these columns and all of the metadata that you see over here is all configurable. In the Document List panel, one of the great features of this is the ability to choose the header and use it as an ascending, descending sort criteria for your current search result. You can also selectively choose the various documents that you'd like, and when you right-click, you'll be able to go to Reporting and say that you'd like to print the document list. Just like with the reference file reporting, you can grab all of that information, cut it to your clipboard, and bring it into Excel if you need to generate a report for your management or someone else who needs that information. But standard searching is just one way of searching within Falcon DMS. Let's take a look at named searches. If I wanted to find a particular set of documents, I could answer all these questions, or I could simply come here and say I would like all of the campus ceiling plans and submit that search. And now it's come back with all the ceiling plans that I have for this particular project. If instead, though, I wanted the ceiling plans just for Hayden Hall, I would choose that and hit Submit, and then it would filter it down just to that one ceiling plan. I could also say that I'd like every HVAC document for the entire campus, or specifically the HVAC documents for Franklin Field. You can define as many of these name searches as you'd like, and they can be custom tailored for each of your environments. If I return to the Quick Search panel, the last type of searching we'll do is the Falcon FCS, or Full Content Search. Rather than search for metadata that was entered into the database describing a document, it searches for information contained within the document itself. For example, if I type in the word concrete and hit the Submit button, Falcon DMS is now returned with a list of 5 documents that do not have concrete listed as any of the descriptive metadata, but it has found the word concrete within that document. Another example of that here would be to search, for example, fire alarm. Another productivity tool in Falcon DMS is to quickly jump to the location of a selected document. Here I'm working in a search result based on the full content search of fire alarm, but if I wanted to go to that specific document very quickly, I would just right click and say Open File Location. And now Falcon has switched from the search panel to the folder panel and taken us directly to the Stouffer Triangle Project subfolder and that particular document. Another important component of the DocMan interface is the document preview window. Currently, it's being used in what is called a docked condition. I can turn that off, and then I can grab a document and choose to view it independently in an undocked condition, and that will allow me to put that preview window on any screen, especially helpful if I'm working with CAD documents and have dual monitors with lots of screen real estate. If I have under View multiple views turned on, I can select other documents and choose to view those simultaneously and do a visual comparison. This technique will work with many of the file types that Falcon manages, not just PDF files in this example, but MicroStation, AutoCAD, Office documents, and others. Lastly, if I have a document type that is not PDF and I want to take it to an application like Bluebeam Review, for example, I could also right-click and choose the option to View with PDF Publisher, and that will generate a PDF image of that document regardless of its source format. And then I can take that resulting PDF and open it directly into whatever PDF application I choose to use. Let's take a look at 3 more features before wrapping up this extremely brief presentation of the Falcon DMS DocMan interface. The first of those last 3 will be document notes. If I've done something to this document or intend to do something to this document and I'd like to record exactly why I did what I did, there's a feature in DocMan that you can simply click on Notes, and then you can add a note. You can have various note types which assist you later on in searching for and finding these notes. So I'll say that this is a comment and the subject is Modified Conference Room. And then I would enter the note, and even if I choose to do so, cut and paste information from an email or document and make that a permanent part of this document's record. That note will be associated with this document for the life of the document. It doesn't matter if it gets moved to another project. It doesn't matter if it gets renamed. That note is tied to this specific document. Speaking of moving documents between projects, if I want to relocate this document to another folder or even a completely different project, I simply have to grab the file and with the left mouse button click and drag it to where I'd like to have it moved. And that's it. The file has been relocated. And as you can see, the note has followed along with it. You can also drag documents into Falcon by simply going to your Windows Explorer, grabbing the various documents that you're interested in, and doing a click and drag and dropping them into the managed folder where you'd like them to be added to the Falcon interface. I'll wrap up this presentation with a quick look at the difference between open and open with. I'll move to a project folder where I've got documents of various types. If I choose a document like this Excel spreadsheet and I double click or choose Open for Modify, that will launch the native application that is associated with that particular document type. So in this case it would open into Microsoft Excel. If I were to double click on a DOCX file, it would open up into Microsoft Word. This would open up into MicroStation, and this would open up into AutoCAD. So I just double click, or I can right click and choose Open for Modify. But Falcon has a great feature for people like myself that work with multiple applications on various document types, and that is called Open With. Here I have an AutoCAD file selected, and rather than just double clicking or choosing Open for Modify, I'm choosing Open With, and that gives me the choice of what I'd like to open that document with. AutoCAD 2017, Civil 3D, MicroStation, and although I do not have these applications installed, that's why they're grayed out, Autodesk Inventor, CADWorks, and so on. In this example, I choose an Excel spreadsheet, and rather than do an open, I'll do an open with, and one of the things I can associate Office documents to is Bluebeam Review, which would automatically convert that Office document into a PDF file and open it up into the Bluebeam Review product. Well, that's going to be it for this quick 10-minute tip of the iceberg look at Falcon DMS DocMan version 7. If you have any questions, please feel free to visit our website at www.tsaadvet.com.